show with restaurant critic and radio host Peter Dills. Peter readily admits to being born into the world of food, as he is the son of noted restaurant critic Elmer Dills. As far back as he can remember, Peter was following his father from restaurant to restaurant, always tasting, always learning about food and discovering new and exciting restaurants and travel destinations. As his food adventure comes full circle, he now stars on radio and television with his popular food and travel show, Dining with Dills, named after his father Elmer. And now, your host, Peter Dills.
All right, everybody, welcome. It's Peter Dills. Yes, Dining with Dills. Hope you've seen those billboards on the freeway. Maybe that's why you're listening to the show today, because we do podcast or we do promote the podcast on the billboard on the 210 freeway. I'm really excited about today's show is because I'm joined by wine explorer, author and doctor Michael Higgins. Welcome back to the show.
Well, thank you, Peter. It is great to be here. Always love doing this with you.
You know, we've done this a few times in the station, the radio station. Now we're doing a podcast today. I hope you're listening on Spotify or iTunes or TuneIn. However you're listening to the podcast, welcome. This is more of a catch-up because we've done some interviews together, and we know what you do. You're an author. You write books about exploring not only wines, but it's a little bit of travel. So let's uncork one today.
Okay, let's uncork it. And you know what? It is wine, yes, of course, and wineries, but it's also the food.
Yeah,
because
right.
I got the restaurants, the wineries with restaurants, and the whole food and wine experience.
Man, I have to say, you've got a tough job.
It's terrible. It's as bad as yours.
All right, what inspired you to create these travel meets wine food book series? I mean, it's a series of books.
It is a series of books. I was in Argentina trying to find out why the Malbec wines were so good.
This was before you started writing books?
Correct.
Okay.
This is after magazine, before books. And I thought in 5 weeks, one, I'd find out why the Malbec is so good. But two is I'd have a nice little feature story to send back to the magazine I used to publish. Okay. Give them a good story. But 5 weeks was too big. And that evolved into a book and then into a book series.
So Argentina
is the inspiration.
Changed your whole life.
Absolutely.
That's great.
Oh,
you know, it's just funny. I was talking to my daughter about this the other day. Life is just a journey. We take a left turn, we take right turns, and then sometimes...
And then you never know.
Then you run right into a Malbec that started a new career with your books. And your book series are called...
Exploring Wine Regions.
All right.
So Argentina was first, of course.
Got it. Yes.
Then Bordeaux, France. Then the Central Coast of California. Mm-hmm. Then Mexico, which is the most recent one published.
Okay.
And I'm working on Greece.
Yes.
I'm almost done.
Well, which of these that you have just talked about, which region surprised you the most? Like, whoa, I didn't expect that.
Wow. Well, I guess it's most current with Mexico and Greece. With Mexico, just like everyone else, we think of tequila. We don't think of wine. And the wine region, the primary wine region in Mexico is only an hour south of the border, California border, Valle de Guadalupe. I lived in Southern California my whole life and I never went.
Yeah.
Never went. And the wines are great. The food is extraordinary. You could go there just for the food. It's so good. International gourmet cuisine. And most of those wineries have restaurants, which makes it even more cool.
Well, we know, I think we know that Mexico has great regions of food. The Yucatan, the peninsula, over on the other side, over to Cancun, close to Cuba. But we never really thought of it as a wine region. But going down there, I know that there are wine regions in Mexico. And now with your book, we can find out not only about the wineries, but places to stay and places to eat and what to eat.
Exactly.
Your books to me are like a tutorial, more of a book that's a pamphlet of how to, where to, but you cover it all.
Right. I mean, I spent years putting these books together, so the detail is there on the wineries, the restaurants. The name, the address, the email, the website, the phone number, like all the details to be able to go and do it.
So we're talking to Dr. Michael Higgins. My name is Peter Dills, Dining with Dills. You're listening to our podcast. If you like it, you can comment. There should be a place to comment on the podcast itself. There's 14 different platforms, Michael, that these podcasts, 5, 6, 7 years ago, I wouldn't even dreamed of doing a podcast. The podcasts are the way to go now, especially with you have a specific subject as like what we're talking about today.
People look for specific subjects.
Yeah.
And 14 platforms, that's a lot of places.
Spotify, TuneIn, whatever you're listening to.
Yeah, interesting.
Do you consider yourself a writer? No. A writer who loves wine, or a guy who happens to write? Are you foremost a writer, or are you somebody that, hey, I love wine, I want to share this, or I'm a great writer, I want to pick a subject and explore?
You want to hear something just totally funny? I still laugh at this.
Tell me.
It wasn't that long ago that somebody said, "Oh, you're a writer." And I said, "No, I'm not." And they looked at me kind of puzzled, like they should, right? And they said, "But you're the author of the books. Doesn't it make you a writer?" And I thought, wow, I guess I am a writer. I always think of myself as a publisher because I'm producing a book series, I'm publishing it, the distribution, the marketing, everything I do. And when it comes to the books themselves, the physical books, I am in love with the photography. The photography is what I love doing. I write because the book needs to have words, right? Kind of.
Yeah.
So I put the words in there, and the people who judge my books seem to love my voice, so I keep doing the same voice in the book. But it's the photography. Like, take Mexico. It's 340 pages, but it has 600 of my color photographs. So when somebody's looking at the book, they're able to see what it looks like in the wine regions, in the restaurants, in the lodging, because I've got beautiful photographs. And that's my love when it comes to the books.
So the business card says writer, photographer, wine enthusiast. All of the above.
No, you know what it says?
What?
And I don't have it in front of me, but it says photojournalist,
Okay.
publisher,
Right.
maybe something else. I don't remember.
I think you're just a guy. I think you're just a guy that gets things done. You know, it's it's funny. Quick story of myself. I was in Norway, Norway, Sweden, 8 or 9 years ago, and Frank, who used to be the publisher for our paper, the Star News St. Gabriel Tribune, saw on Facebook that I was there.
Yeah.
And he said, "Well, would you be willing to write about the crazy food?" What this is getting to is, you never know. And I said, "Certainly." So I came back and I wrote an article on the food that I ate in Norway.
In Norway, yeah.
Bear and elk and all this kind of stuff that would not be something that we would eat in California. And it led me to write for the Star News and Tribune for almost 4 years.
Wow.
So the only reason why I stopped is they merged with the Orange County Register. So I feel you. So anybody listening out there and you have a passion for what you're doing, there is hope for you. Just do it, and great things could lead to it.
Yeah.
So somebody could be listening to our podcast right now and going, "Hey, I want to
do
do
it.
it. I can do it."
Yes, right.
All
And
right.
they can.
Let's. What do we got here? Tips for travelers looking to explore wine regions on their own. Any underrated destinations for wine tourism? I think Mexico. I think it's
very underrated.
It's going to be.
I mean,
Mexico.
it was underrated to me. I mean, who would have known, right?
Who would have known?
They're doing really good. And you know what? Just to overrate it a little bit from the underrating, they're invited, Guadalupe, Nebbiolo. That's a grape from Italy. Mm-hmm. They've like turned that into magic, just like Argentina took the Malbec, which is from France, and turned that into magic.
That sounds like another podcast.
It is. We're going to have a magic podcast. Okay.
Supposedly Germans invented champagne, but I don't know. All right, rapid fire. We do this.
Okay.
We do this.
Okay. How fast we're going to go?
Sip or skip. Sip or skip. You
Always
can sit.
sip.
You can skip.
Okay.
Greek wines or Mexican reds. Greek whites or Mexican reds.
Wow. Well, I just got back from Santorini, and the Assyrtiko with a Greek salad is like, whoa.
Napa or Paso.
Paso.
Favorite wine under $20 that's in your house right now. Favorite wine under $20.
I don't have one.
One myth that needs to go away about wines.
A myth?
A myth. Like, it doesn't have to be $20 to be great. What's a myth? Tell me a myth.
God, I don't know. I should know myths about wine.
Myths that you can't get a good Mexican wine. Or
Okay, I guess. But you
now
can.
I'm answering. Yeah. Dream wine destination. Not
That's a
yet.
skip. How's that?
Okay, that's a skip. Dream wine destination not yet explored.
Dream wine destination? Well, I can tell you right now, my 4 next wine regions that I'm considering after Greece, I haven't been to any of them.
Good.
South Africa.
Good.
That would be amazing. Sicily. Wow. They'd be, the vines are on the volcanoes. And then the heel of the boot. That's a real undiscovered area. And then the other one is New Zealand.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. Where can people find these books?
Oh my gosh, they're everywhere. I'm distributed by the largest book distributor in the world. They get them out there. So, of course, you got Barnes & Noble and you have Amazon. Those are the 2 big players. But you know what? All the local bookstores, they can get them if they don't have them.
Romans.
Wine shops have them. Romans has them. Yep.
What's your website?
ExploringWineRegions.com.
Mike?
That's right. That's a good place to get it. And you know what? If you get the book from ExploringWineRegions.com and you mention Peter's name, I'll autograph it for you. How's that?
Michael Higgins, thank you for joining us. Cheers to your next wine adventure.
Cheers.
So wrap it up, sponsors. We got to give some sponsor love. Michael, thank you for joining us again. Your Exploring Wine Regions series is a must for wine lovers and travelers alike. Can't wait to see what your next sip will take us. And before we go, I want to give a couple shout outs. Domenico's Monrovia, if you're craving a prime steak, they got it, half price. I've had it, and believe me, it's juicy and delicious. Baja Ranch Market, the produce section, that's my playground. Little Provence Cafe, actually had a sandwich from there today on Baldwin in Arcadia. It's this month they're loading your sandwich with a half a pound of pastrami, Michael.
Wow, that sounds crazy.
You heard that right, a half a pound.
Half a pound.
Lord Empanada in Monrovia, grab a dozen and thank me later. Taste of Arcadia is coming up soon at the Santa Anita Racetrack. You mentioned restaurants. There'll be a lot of restaurants there.
Restaurants at the track?
At the track. Be about 40 restaurants.
When?
First week of September.
Okay.
I'm told tickets are flying faster than a winning ticket on a long shot. And let's welcome a new sponsor to the show. And you'll see their billboard up on the 210 freeway. The Foothill Restaurant in Pasadena. Ask for Aldo at the bar. He's the man, and he will take good care of you. That's it for this round. Peter, that's me, the guy who really does know where to dine. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
12 minutes.